Srila Pravishto Vishnu Pasishma Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, and humbly pray for their divine mercy, causeless grace to be bestowed upon me and be bestowed upon all of you, the audience. And then thereafter, I also offer my prostrated, most respectful prostrated obeisance unto the holy lotus feet of His Divine Grace Jagat Guru, Paramahamsa Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada. And with all humility, we pray for His causeless grace and mercy be bestowed upon me, be bestowed upon all of you, my dear audience, devotees present in this assembly. Saparikar Srila Guru Maharaj, Guru Gauranga Radha Madan Mohan Govinda Dev Gopinath, Dayal Nitai Gaura Chakra Shyama Sundar, Jai Jukta Ho, all glories to all my Guru Varga and their divine lordships. So, today, some topic of discussion has been chosen, something connected to, more relevant to our daily life, especially current generation lifestyle. Today, I'm not going into deep discussion, entering in this very high, sophisticated philosophical discussions or analysis, or rather some topic which is connected to our day-to-day life, more relevant to our day-to-day living and ways of lifestyles. Like, in a nutshell, mobile phone addiction. So, after this internet technology came, all this social media and everything came into existence, I find a lot of people, most of us in the society, became so addicted to, we always absorbed in the internet, social media, which is actually being harmful to our field of our family relationship. Also, it's not being so good, not so favorable to be taking care of other important tasks of our life. So, because most of the people are found, even when they are all having their very nice, dear family get-together, so instead of relating to each other, instead of talking to the near and dear family members, they're all mostly busily engaged in watching the mobile phone, internet, social media. Although officially it's a family get-together, officially it's a nice family get-together, all the family members are just supposed to be talking to each other very nicely, lovingly, relating to each other, spending time with each other. But often found, instead of doing so, Okay. Each and everyone more absorbed, immersed, sunk into mobile phone consciousness, internet consciousness. And this is harmful in connection with maintaining and sustaining family relationship. Harmful, such over-attachment to the internet, checking into the internet, social media, harmful for taking care of many important tasks of our life, which are connected to the developing, enhancing, improving our lifestyle. So that's being hampered because a lot of time, energy being simply engaged, a lot of time, energy being simply used, for mobile addiction, watching internet and everything. So such over-addiction, over-attachment is actually bad. You have to understand. It's also harmful for our brain, our neurotic system. So relation-wise, family-wise, health-wise, from the stand of, from the angle of view of taking care of many other important things of our life, such addiction or over-attachment to the social media, internet watching is harmful, needless to mention. Although there is positive side, no doubt. There are many positive things, we can watch through the internet. Besides, there are also many negative things, many rubbish, garbage stuffs. So we find so many types of posts, just garbage, rubbish stuffs, fake, scams, and they are causing to waste our time, energy. And by the time we realize it's a scam, it's some rubbish, garbage, false, absurd stuff, already some of our valuable time, energy already got wasted by that time. The time and energy in our human life is very, very precious in value. When we know how to utilize it for the best purpose, for our best gain, best attainment of life, we can be so much gainer. We can be gainer so much. We can invite so much improvement and welcome so much improvement and development, positive developments in our life. But when the same most valuable time, energy getting wasted, we are truly losing so much. We are becoming greatly loser. So from the conscious view, not from the lethargic, conventional, casual type of viewing, casual or common, monotonous kind of looking at our life viewing, but from a very careful, consciously motivated viewing at our life, we can understand every bit of our time, energy, every point of our time, energy, our life activities, so precious, so valuable, must be consciously utilized for the best. They must be consciously utilized for the best purpose. Then only we can do that, then only we can be called as truly intelligent and wise persons. Otherwise, we're just common people, not really intelligent and wise. We don't deserve to be called highly intelligent and wise people. We are not conscious of some higher values, truths of our human life. In relation, in connection with the cosmic activities, universal activities going on all the time. We also need to realize, experience our lives, our human life, in connection with the whole unlimited cosmic creation, universal creations, not only as individual in a separate way, separate from the universal creation, but also in close relation, connection, ongoing connection with the whole infinite universal creation, universal being, all-pervading superpower, all-pervading universal superpower, the absolute, all-pervading infinite, the absolute divine truth. And that all-pervading, supremely beautiful, divine truth becomes personified, appears to be Krishna, appears as Lord Krishna. Or, in other words, all this all-pervading infinite superpower, universal truth, divine truth, is none other than the unlimited extension of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. In other words, we can also call him Lord Rama or Rayana. In she form, we call Lakshmi, Sri Radhika, Sita, Mother Sita, in many ways. He form and she form. So, one is the energy manifestation of the Supreme Being. I repeat, one aspect is the infinite energy manifestation of the all-pervading infinite Supreme Being. Other aspect is more personal manifestation of the same Supreme Absolute Being. Super power, super beauty, super knowledge, super power, whatever way we can call it. Super realizations. So back to the point. Upon realizing this truth, that every point of our time and energy, life energy and life, every point of our time and energy, human life, in connection with the Supreme Absolute Good, all-pervading divine truth, in connection with Lord Krishna, is so immensely valuable. And being conscious, being aware of this reality, we should be utilizing our time energy accordingly. Not just behind all the time watching mobile phone. Being engrossed all the time, remaining engrossed and sunk in the ocean of internet, social media, all this. But in a balanced way, watching internet, social media in a balanced way is good, very good. But one has to be selective. When we can be selective, and just select, choose the positive things, beneficial, all the positive things presented in the internet, social media, they are well and good. But what happens, what I'm talking about, most of the people don't do it. They simply get intoxicated. They simply lose the consciousness, lose that alertness, and lose that knowledge, of discriminating, or properly discriminating between good and bad. So they continue watching through internet, checking through internet, just without any discriminations, without any selections. So there are lots of garbage, rubbish stuffs also there. They cause so much wastage of our time, energy, valuable time, energy. So we all need to be very careful. And when all the time we're living with the internet, the constant electromagnetic radiations are working in our constitution, the human constitutions, in a gross way and subtle, grossly and subtle, not good. Sometimes they even affect our higher neurological level. How to say? It can directly affect, negatively affect our neurotic state. Neurotic state in our brain. It can also affect our normal high-class flow waves of thought process, because it's getting artificially influenced by some artificial electromagnetic radiance and all this. So normally human beings have their natural flow of thought, spontaneously flowing thoughts, whether low class or high class, but they have got intuitively flowing, thoughts and thought waves. In other words, we all have just natural ways of the flows of thoughts, ways of thinking, thought waves, and that's considered more that of constitutional nature, more natural. When that thought process, thought flow, thought waves gets affected by some artificial electromagnetic energy, then it can be disturbed. Scientifically proven. Natural thought process, natural flows of the thoughts can be disturbed. So, being under the influence of some electromagnetic consciousness, radiance, or natural thought process, or ability of thinking higher to the highest level also can be affected neurotically. We need to be careful. These 5G things came. 5G, not good.
6G.
5G and 6G also, not good. Not good at all for our higher human health. Because the more it gets subtler, the energy level of the electromagnetic radiance gets subtler and finer, subtler. So it affects to the frequency, because our frequency of thought, our thought frequency is very, very subtle and fine, even finer than electromagnetic radiance at this level. But when this energy gets finer and finer, so it directly gets into conflict and can directly affect our very fine level of the thinking. So it directly contacts with our thought wave, we find a level of thinking, and it can create disturbance. Some of them can be doing some favor if the contents are very favorable, what we are watching and we are looking into, but other stuffs can be very detrimental to our natural high-class ways of thinking and feelings. So, this stuff, another aspect of artificial intelligence also came up. They will be very helpful. At the same time, if there is any wrong applications, as soon as there will be wrong applications, misuse of such things like artificial intelligence, it can bring so much harm to our lives, our society. At some point, when there will be some over-addiction towards artificial intelligence, when there will be, in other words, there will be over-dependence and reliance of the human over artificial intelligence, then something will experience like human intelligence becoming now subordinate to artificial intelligence. Human intelligence becoming subdued, overpowered, over-influenced by artificial intelligence. It's not good sign. As long as artificial intelligence remains subservient, assistant, to the human intelligence, natural human intelligence, it is good. But one has to know how to utilize, to what extent, in what quantity, in what concentration, in what intensity, and quality, in which level it can be utilized to help us, assist our intelligence, and at the same time also have to learn the limit, which we cannot cross. We cannot cross. Then it will bring so much harm. Balance must be maintained. So we also need to be, therefore we need to be really knowledgeable about how to utilize and how to prevent misuses, how to be preventing misuses and make the best utility of all these, whether internet or artificial intelligence, everything. Too much of anything is bad. There is a established saying on this mundane plane of existence, this mundane world, too much of anything is bad. By the holy scriptures, through the guidelines of the higher spiritual world, we have always been advised to be maintaining balance, to be living a balanced life of yukta vairagya, what has been directed and advised by Lord Krishna. Always be following a middle path, a balanced path in life. Always be living a balanced life as befitting to your lifestyle and the time, place, situations you are living in. That's called Yukta, principle of Yukta Vairagya. So living a very balanced life, guided by the lights of wisdom, lights of higher knowledge, in relation to Krishna, in Krishna consciousness, is considered living an ideal lifestyle. Otherwise, no matter whatever way we are living, a very balanced, well-balanced life, well designed, planned, material lifestyle, everything looks like so intelligent and positively successful lifestyle. But if we do not do it, we cannot live that lifestyle in higher God consciousness, in higher divine consciousness, Krishna consciousness. All that living, all such living, the lifestyle, no matter how high class it is, mortal, just affected by mortality, no doubt about it. They come to the end by the death, mortal. Therefore, all the ways of our living our life must be connected to Krishna, the world of Krishna consciousness, higher divine consciousness, in connection with the supreme, all-pervading divine truth, by which our life came into existence. Coming to existence, it is being maintained and sustained, and at some point it is also getting diluted in the infinite energy, cosmic energy, in the infinite world of the super soul. Ultimately is getting diluted, and from there again it's being reborn according to the laws of karma, all being reborn. And if one can live a best type of life, can cultivate a very successful life of God consciousness, can also attain liberation within one lifetime and go to the abode, divine abode of Supreme Lord. That is also possible. Can have rebirth, we can always be reborn, we can also be liberated within one lifetime. Such possibility also exists. But mostly it is like, because most of the human beings so conditioned, they don't deserve to be liberated. They simply don't deserve to be liberated within one lifetime. It may take few lifetimes, several lifetimes, but still it is worthwhile, so much worth. Even after several lifetimes, we can be attaining Lord Krishna. We can be approaching Lord Krishna in love, being rewarded with eternal, ecstatic, loving service, love relationship. It is so much worth, infinitely worth. Even it takes few lifetimes, several lifetimes. So our daily lives should be well designed, well organized, not just material way, spiritual way. Not only materially organized, but spiritually organized. Why? Because the conception of our life, in other words, conception of human life, is not just made of only matter, it's also made of spirit. The definition, the conception, the definition of our life and living is made of material needs and also spiritual needs. It is filled with bodily needs, also mental needs, as well as spiritual needs. So we have got, in our life we have got bodily necessities, physical necessities, mental necessities, and spiritual necessities, all combined together within the holistic concept of our life and living. So when one is so expert, when one is so attentive, one is paying so much attention for taking care of physical health, but cannot take care of mental health or spiritual health, then our healthcare program remains very incomplete. Healthcare programs become so limited, so incomplete. Many people in the world simply they do not know how to take care of the mental health. What to speak more of taking care of the spiritual health. Okay, they are so particular about, so conscious and particular about taking care of physical health. Everybody every day doing exercise, by doing physical exercise or some asanas and all these. But they are so poor and so sickly with regard to mental health. Okay, in regard to their mental health, those people are suffering. They're so sickly type, physically looking stout and strong. Okay, but mentally so weak and sick. And what to speak more of this spiritual existence, taking care of spiritual existence. Many are not simply, they have no clue. Back to the point. But when we become able to take care of bodily health, mental health and spiritual health all in harmonious cooperation together, okay, all unified in a unified way together, then only our healthcare program becomes complete. See, we often neglect our mind, state of mental health. It's a great lacking in us. Mind has got so much power, needless to mention further. Simply needless to be explaining further how much power, how much potency a state of mind has got. If through meditation, through the cultivations of meditation, when we can increase, enhance, develop the state of the mental power, it cannot happen in a just normal, common way, because our mind, state of mind remains just weak and common type, not so powerful. But through the process of yogic meditations, we can develop our mind much stronger and highly energetic way. We can develop the mental health, improve and enhance mental health much more than the usual state. Okay, usual state of the mind. And then when we apply that kind of mental power over our body, that can cure many sickness without the help of the herbal medicines and all, or chemical medicines. Simply through the applications of the mental power, developed mental power, which is developed through yogic process and methods, directly cure many sickness on the bodily level. But it's not possible by common type of mental power, because just as through some nice exercises, just as through some activities of physical exercises, yogic exercises, we can develop our physical health. We can enhance our physical health. Similarly, through the process of meditations, guided meditations, proper meditation, we can also increase our mental health, mental strength, mental power. And when we become mentally powerful, more than normal way, then when we apply that powerful mind in the field of taking care of our bodily health, it works. It works in a very special way. As treatment, high-class treatment, yogis can do that. It is science. It's a complete science. I can give you some simple examples. Even the ordinary people can do. when you are going to take care of some things, just in a diverted way, unfocused, non-focused way, without any concentration, or without paying attention or focus or concentration, we cannot do that very nicely. But as soon as we try to take care of the same thing with full focus, full attention and focus, okay, with full concentration, then we can do that thing, take care of that thing in our life in a very, in a more successful way. In a successful way, so it is already proven. In our lifestyle, we know what it is. When you do something, in other words, when you just go to take care of something, absent mind, with unmindfulness, just with being absent-minded, unmindful, without concentration, so much problems come due to mistakes. We make so much mistakes, blunders, and things are not dealt with properly, not taken care of properly, problem comes. But same thing when we are doing with full focus and attention, concentration, intelligence, okay, can do those same things in a more successful way. See, what makes the difference? Application, proper application, appropriate applications of our mental power. And in a similar way, we understand about the state of spiritual power. When we can develop with spiritual power, higher spiritual power, that can help our mind so much. And that powerful spiritual powerful spiritual aspect and powerful mental aspect can also help our physical aspect. And then they can complement to each other. Good health complements to a good healthy mind, and good healthy mind complements to spiritual health also. All working in harmony, all working in harmonious cooperation, like in an organic whole. We are living means we are not just this body, we are the combination of body, mind and soul. When soul is absent, whole body is there. But still I am not there, you are not there. Whole body is there. But still real I, real you, real we are gone. Therefore, bodily identity is not our real identity. It's like a computer frame. Computer, we see electromagnetic energy, the activities of electromagnetic energy which is contained within computer is the real life. And what we see outwardly is a frame. It's manifesting through. Similarly, a real we, real myself manifesting through this bodily mechanism. Okay, this form. But this form by itself is not our real identity, complete identity. So our complete identity is actually defined, we all know, defined by soul's identity, and below that our mental identity. Spiritual identity, and below that level mental identity. Then comes bodily identity. Relative. So when everything in our life existence, everything in the existence of our living, working harmoniously as an organic whole, in full cooperation, then only we can live a full-scale healthy life. When something is lacking, then we can never live a full-scale healthy life. Okay, our body, when we're looking physically healthy but mentally very unhealthy. Then we cannot become healthy in a physical way for long. When our mind gets sick, mind is very sick, directly affects our physical health. When our spirit is not holy, not purified, it also directly affects our mental state. From the mental state, our body also gets affected. When our body gets sick, more and more, our state of, again, it goes back. It's reacting back. When our body gets, our bodily health, body gets very sick, our mind gets sick. Mind gets sick, spirit gets sick. So they are all interconnected, interrelated. Bodily sickness brings more mental sickness also making our spirit sick. So, but when all are remaining healthy, everything remaining healthy. In the higher yogic philosophy, higher yogic experiences, all these truths can be very transparently realized, transparently experienced. What I'm talking about. Now back to the point of excessive attachment addiction to the internet. Very good. But when we know what to accept and to how much, to what extent accept some of the positive stuffs from the social media platform of the world of internet, then it is good. But one has to be well educated. One has to be knowledgeable enough and well educated. What to accept, to what extent, how much, and utilize that to the best for our best purpose. Best purpose, life divine, higher spiritual life, not just only for material life. Then it is good to be absorbed in internet for a while, just to accept the good things and eliminating bad, garbage stuffs. But one has to be expert doing it. Everything. See, we are required to live a balanced life in all aspects, in all sense. As regards eating, drinking, sleeping, enjoying, everything. When all these things are overtaken, over-accepted, they all bring some harm. They cause disturbance. Overeating, overdrinking, oversleeping, overthinking, over-attachment, all finally bringing disturbance, except for world of Krishna consciousness, except for ambrosial world, plane of Krishna consciousness. Okay, other fields, all types of over-attachments are bad. But when the same principles of over-attachment is applied, implemented, understood, realized in relation to Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personification of all beauty and bliss, all divine power, beauty and bliss. There cannot be any such conception like over-attachment or over-acceptance, because relating to the infinite beauty, infinite knowledge, infinite ecstatic love experience, the more we have that, the more better, the best. So the concept of the imbalanced attachment, over-attachment in relation to Krishna is just absurd. Okay, it cannot be authentic. In other words, such conception of over-attachment in Krishna consciousness, over-loving service, and over-taste of ecstatic love divine in devotional service. It's just irrelevant. The more you have that, the more you become gainer, the more you become rich, and the more you want to have. You want to have further, and that want merges to the infinite. That flow of wanting more and more merging to the infinite greed, not greed, infinite hankering. Like in the mathematical world, at some point the mathematical calculation just merges to the infinite. No more calculation. Even at the level of the quantum, the modern science and the level of quantum physics, and they are going below that, there at some point they can sense something infinite, merging into infinite. They cannot go below that. Cannot go higher than that, cannot go below that. It's like better than the best, smaller than the smallest, higher than the highest. That's the only way to express it. One may think, one may feel, it's a self-contradictory statement. It's a paradox, self-contradictory statement. How something can be smaller than the smallest, bigger than the biggest, better than the best. But that's the way about describing infinite. That's one of the ways to describe about the infinite and characteristics of the infinite. There's no other way, because our language is so limited. Simply try to give some idea, have some idea what it is. Cannot have full realization, just a relative idea towards how it is. That has been so nicely explained. Parts of Upanishad, Isha Upanishad, Om Purnamada, Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamivacchati, Purnasya, Purnamadaya, Purnamevavashishyate. Om Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamivacchati, Purnasya, Purnamadaya, Purnamevavashishyate. Describing about the full-fledged reality. Full to fuller to fullest. Complete to completer to the completest. I am creating new English words. You cannot find complete or completest in the dictionary. Only find in spiritual dictionaries. You cannot even find full or fullest. I think it can be found, full or fullest, but not in regard to complete.
But it doesn't describe how you describe it.
See, when something is full, it's already full. Why it should be fuller or fullest? If it is fuller and fullest, then it is not really full. But this is the wonderful, most wonderful way of understanding about the infinite, supreme infinite, being supreme, unlimited. Therefore, such expressions coming into existence. This moment you are feeling, oh, I am full. Nothing can be greater than that. So full. So filled with ambrosial experience and knowledge. Full of beauty. Next moment you find a dynamic way Oh, something can be even greater than this. And then you think, oh, this is everything, all in all. Next moment you find, experience, even something greater than that. Novo, novayo ma. Newer, newest way. At the same time, older, oldest. The same older, oldest manifesting in newer, newest way. And how it happens? Inconceivable. We simply accept the truth, it can happen. It does happen this way. How it happens? Inconceivable, because it appears like paradox. But actually it's not paradox. In fact, in actual reality it's never a paradox. But because our limited brain, our limited human knowledge cannot wholly perceive of it, it seems like paradox, self-contradictory. It's not. Sometimes in anti-matching system we find some kind of excellent beauty. Okay, when black and white coming together, different colors coming together, they are not same, they are not mixing with each other. But when they are coming together into one whole existence, creating a whole existence, another beauty coming, another vision coming. Like sometimes we see a flower full of clusters, flower clusters, filled with clusters. Each and every flower petal has a different color. All the petals of the same flower, not with the same color. Varieties of the colors. And they come together, forming cluster, and adding to it is becoming full of beauty and combination, combined beauty. Beauty in combinations. Even sometimes in lotus flower, find all the colors of each and every petal not same, but it adds to its beauty, colorful beauty. Sometimes some of the lotus can be found the same color. It has got its own. That has got its own glory and beauty. White lotus, dazzlingly beautiful white lotus, or rose color pink lotus, or golden lotus. But we also find other types of lotuses. Many of the petals not having the same color, different colors. Touch of variety, composing a beauty full of variegatedness, but bound into oneness, one lotus flower. Similarly, the conception of the infinite, the description of the glories of the infinite can be both ways. In one way, through oneness, also variegatedly different ways. And sometimes, other time, both coming together, oneness with diversity and diversity in oneness. Oneness in diversity with diversity. And all the diversities into oneness, with oneness. Both ways. Back to the point of having over-attachment. See, in our daily family life or anything. Okay, I forgot to address that point. So while it is a healthy thing for all of us to have a family get-together time to time. Okay. While having family get-together, we should be relating to each other through caring communication, the spirit of caring and sharing, communicating with care to each other. That is very healthy. It develops family health, because the role of good relationship in our family life plays a vital role, very vital thing, isn't it? The roles of roles of having a very good relationship between among each other, family members, always of vital importance, very healthy. So, in the Garhastha ashrama, 4 ashramas, Brahmacharya ashram, then Garhastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasa. So, specifically in the Garhastha ashrama, its family life, we can design and plan out, make the implementations of our day-to-day family life such a high-class relational way with mutual sharing and caring, mutual love reciprocations, loving, caring for each other. We can do it that, which can make our lifestyle much healthier, high class, more in mode of goodness, and ultimately it contributes to our spiritual health, of the spiritual family being, spiritual family relationship. So it is very important. So all the family members should be consciously taking care of that, those aspects of mutually sharing, caring, love reciprocation, love communications, with the lights of, guided by the lights of wisdom and knowledge, not just always being blindly emotional, but also dealing with the family staffs with enlightened emotions, instead of blind emotions, enlightened, wise emotions, can be very helpful. That's something we need to remember. Over-attachment with anything on this mundane plane is not good. So some positive family attachment in the Garhastha ashrama, householder life, some very justified, reasonable, emotionally befitting, emotionally appropriate, loving family attachment through caring and loving communication is very healthy. But to the appropriate amount, to the appropriate extent only. Over attachment with the material family life is harmful. Because over material attachment to the material family life, brings so much emotional turmoil and reactions. As soon as feelings get hurt, when one is so much attached to someone, as soon as receiving little bit betrayal, heart is broken, gets broken hearted, heartbroken. So much frustrated, so much so wants to commit suicide. When one is getting physically hurt, can still manage. But when gets deeply mentally hurt mentally, emotionally, doesn't want to live life. So much painful. It hurts so much, so deeply painful. They lose all charm to live a life. They want to commit suicide. The pain is much more mental plane. There is more subtle plane of life. So, lot of our emotional miseries, lot of our, not just emotional, lot of our family miseries or family problems and troubles and difficulties, turmoils are caused by undue attachment, over-attachment. Because that the character of such attachment is not spiritualized yet. It's not spiritually qualified. It's not qualified with God consciousness. Still it's material, biological, mostly biological material. So therefore, excessive over-attachment, over family attachment can also bring so much difficulties, troubles, emotional hurt, emotional pains, okay? Too much disappointment, despair, turmoils. The Lord Krishna always advising, be balanced. Many places of Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna advises, live a balanced life, balanced, reasonable, truthful, wise life, free of overestimation, underestimation, free of over-attachment and, under-attachment. How can we say anything? Be free of over-attachment and under-attachment. Okay? Just become free of extremity, except for my consciousness. Except for connection with Krishna, there nothing can be over there. That conception is not simply applied. Okay? Irrelevant. So except for that, except for the world of our divine consciousness, divine existence, all other aspects, material aspects of life, over-attachment, overdoing, over-performance, everything is bad. Our Lord Krishna says, always live a balanced, wisely, appropriately balanced life. It's called life of Yukta Vairagam. Everything is reasonable. Everything is well planned. Okay? Well designed. Everything is proportionately, very appropriately accepted in life. Not beyond, not below. Not beyond the level of your necessity, not below the level of your necessity. Accepting everything in your life according to your necessity. And in that way you can live a best life. If you have excessive sleep, it will make you sleepy. When you have less sleep, making you sleep. Excessive sleeping, although sometimes we love to have excessive sleep, but finally, the consequence is making us sick. Overeating, making us sick. Eating below the necessity also making us weak, sick. Everything. Over drinking, making us sick. Bloating. So in this way, needless to mention further, the acceptance according to your necessity is characterized in the principle of Yukta Vairagam. So that must be applied in living day-to-day family life. We can apply that principle, we can live a much better, healthier family life, free from over-material attachment. Ultimately, we are supposed to have in our family life, in all aspects of our lives, also in family life, we are supposed to have, finally required to have, spiritual attachment, Krishna conscious attachment in relation to all the family members. In other words, having a very good, very nice family relationship in Krishna consciousness, not without Krishna consciousness. So when our family relationship, family life can be qualified higher spiritual ways, divine ways, that becomes a really truly ideal life. Ideal, healthy family life. Krishna Samsar we call. Family life in Krishna consciousness, beautiful God consciousness. Family life, living a family life, not just materially, conventional, monotonous, mortal, material ways, but higher spiritual, divine ways. Divine feelings, energy, divine emotions, divine experiences. Then it becomes an ideal, truly ideal, high-class family life, living family life in the higher mode of goodness. The mode of higher goodness, divine consciousness. So if we continue wasting so much of our time, energy, doing all those unnecessary stuffs like intoxications, there are many things in our life intoxicating to us, but they are just intoxicating. They are not really bringing higher good in our life. Although we may feel, oh, I am enjoying, but actually that energy of intoxication enjoying you at the cost of your life. Not that you are enjoying, although you are thinking like that. Difficult to say who is enjoying who. The energy, rather say, Mahajanas say, wise devotees say, oh, although you are thinking you are enjoying it, energy of intoxication, that is an illusory enjoyment. It's a concept of illusory enjoyment. Okay? Living bliss of ignorance. Kind of bliss, kind of happiness, but it's not real happiness, not real bliss, but bliss of ignorance. Some bliss of illusion. But there is enjoyment, happiness of illusion, happiness of reality. We have to be careful about it. So we have to be looking for, we have to be truly going for the real happiness instead of fake happiness. Okay, illusory happiness. Many things in our monotonous material family life causing some fake happiness. Next moment we realize, oh, it's not that what I was thinking about. It's not that really what I thought about. Illusion getting, how to say, now you're waking up to the state of reality. All illusion is just going away, being delusionized. Okay, this moment you're thinking, oh, so nice, so beautiful. Next moment, you're getting delusionized. Okay, now you are experiencing the reality. Oh, it's not that what I thought about. So I did not properly get to know about it. So there are many ways in our material family life is illusory. Brings some illusory kind of happiness or satisfaction, or other things. But as soon as we are disenchanted, or as soon as we wake up with reality checking, we wake up with the reality, then we can compare. Immediately compare, oh, it's not that, what I was thinking about. So there are a lot of cheating stuffs, they cheat us in our life. We need to go after the real ones, not the ones we'll get cheated by. Like running after the mirage in the desert. The mature persons will understand this is a mirage. Although looking like water, there is some water. Transparent water. I can see the waves of water over there, but the ignorant people will think, oh, there's so much water, I'm so thirsty, we'll be running after that mirage. Mirage will go away, further away and away. But the mature, experienced person will immediately know it's a mirage. It's a mirage, clearly I know it's a mirage, I cannot run after that. I cannot be misguided by mirage. Illusory image of the water. I need to find the real water, real drinking water. So Lord Krishna explains in various ways in Bhagavad Gita. Rise above all these fleeting, temporary dualities of life, so-called woe, well and woe, so-called well and woe, pains and pleasure, happiness and sadness, and be searching after real ones. Be above, don't be carried away or influenced by some fake happiness, illusory happiness. Try to search after real happiness, immortal happiness, happiness which never dies, which stays. Here most of the conception of happiness and taste and success all are mortal. So go beyond mortality. Search after that kind of wealth, ambrosial treasure, treasure of life, life wealth, life treasure, which is immortal, which is qualified by divinity. You have that immortal, ambrosial wealth of your life. Be qualified with that. So, should be running after, search after that immortal, ambrosial beauty, immortal, ambrosial knowledge, immortal, ambrosial power, immortal, ambrosial, ecstatic love of God. Then only you can become fulfilled. Otherwise, you can never be fulfilled. But while relating with regard to the ambrosial world, most beautiful, most knowledgeable, powerful, nectarian world of Krishna consciousness, nectarian love service of Krishna, supreme, absolute, divinely beautiful one, divine, supremely, absolute, divinely beautiful one, then there's no such conception and application of over, excessive. The more you have, the more it is better. So, principle is that be more, instead of being more materially attached in family life, be more spiritually attached, be more divinely attached. Okay, then it is okay. Divinely attached in relation to supreme divine, infinite divine truth. Then it is okay. That is very healthy attachment. Be attached with divinity. Be attached with higher spirituality, higher divine, ambrosial divine, instead of being attached with mortal material stuffs, which can bring so much distress, disappointment, frustrations, misery, and turmoil. Most of the great difficulties and turmoils in our life caused by our material dealings, material attachment, not by spiritual and divine attachments. When we analyze, we see. See? Problems. See? The solutions. The solutions never bring any problem to the solutions. Solutions always help the solutions. Only problems give rise to further problem. Only problems can create a newer problem. Okay? Creating further problem, not the solution. So we have to be more attached with the world of solutions. Positive, world of positive energy, divine energy, world of higher positive resolutions and solutions. Instead of being more attached with the world of problems, thinking, oh, they are okay in our life. They are okay. That's a misconception. While we view certain problems or would-be problems as some solution okay in our life, then in consequence at some point bringing so much problem, so that's a great problem in the first place. That's a great problematic judgment. Problem of judgment or consideration in the first place. Because we are considering disguised, we are considering a problem disguised in solution and treating it like solution. But it's a problem disguised within solution, in the form of solution. Okay. So that's not real solution, it's a problem. Looking like solution. It's looking like okay, fine, but it's not actually okay or fine. although temporary looking like that, that is illusory concept. There comes illusion. There's so many ways of illusory. Why so many holy scriptures is talking about illusions and delusions. This material world is full of unhappiness, pains, misery. Why? Out of the realistic experiences, because it's there in reality. Because it is truth. It's reality. Therefore, they're talking about the reality. They say, on this plane, you labor, you spend your time, energy, 100% to receive happiness. Okay, out of 100%, out of the 100% of your endeavor for acquiring some happiness, 95% comes unhappiness. Only 5% you can receive. Only 5% happiness you can receive through 100% of your life endeavor, life efforts. And even that 5% of the happiness also cannot stay longer. It just stays for a while and fleeting, so temporary is gone. After some time, that is also gone. But unhappy, frustration, disappointment remains. That is not easily gone. Why should it be so? So we have to be designing, we have to be planning out, designing our lifestyle in such wise, intelligent manner, so that it doesn't happen like that. So that we can connect to the world of some divine happiness, higher happiness, higher spiritual happiness, divine happiness, higher world treasure, which is never mortal, which is not mortal, which stays, which accompanies us throughout the life, which is more stable, more deep-rooted, more, more a permanent nature, more stable nature, more beneficial nature compared to other material stuffs, material aspects of life. So a lot of good things need to be realized to make our life more successful and happier and healthier. Some devotee may ask a question. Well, in Holy Scriptures, in the precepts, the messages of Holy Scriptures, our Guru Varga, they are asking us to be more and more detached, cultivate more detachment. And here you are talking about also having some positive attachment to family life. How is that? They are talking the kind of detachment the saintly persons, great devotees, Supreme Lord talking about. It's not just only a negative detachment. It is a detachment. It is a principle of detachment to make more space in life for having further attachment towards the positive wealth, positive life. When in case our present material life is so filled with material stuffs, there is no more space left for inviting positive stuffs there. All are occupied with the material attachment. Unless we have material detachment in the first place, cleaning the place, how can I invite more spiritual attachment? How can I make this space for having more divine attachment? So, the recommendations and the guidance, the instructions in the Holy Scriptures, so the messages of Supreme Lord, to have material detachment, to be materially detached, meaning to create a further scope, better scope, to be spiritually attached. Be materially detached in order to be spiritually attached. Be more materially detached, mortally detached in order to be more divinely attached. So it's not negative kind of renunciation. It is an elimination for further acceptance. It's not just elimination for only elimination's sake. Then that comes to zero. When it is just renunciation only for renunciation, elimination only for elimination, renunciation only for renunciation, then what remains? Everything is renounced. But the holy renunciation is actually meant for holy acceptance, for greater further acceptance, because that renunciation from the field of all unnecessary stuffs in our life creates a scope, place for holy acceptance. Therefore, Guru Maharaj nicely explains, our principle is neither bhoga nor tyaga, it is seva. It is neither renunciation nor enjoyment, it is engagement in love service, ecstatic love service to the Supreme. We are neither renuncianist, neither, what is the English word? Well, neither after renunciation nor after materially, neither material selfish enjoyments. We are after our ambrosial life, of ambrosial experience of love engagement in eternal love service, ecstatic love service of Krishna. So our elimination is characterized by further higher acceptance. It's not elimination only for elimination's sake. So all the holy renunciation is found in the monk's life. Devotee's life is actually meant for higher acceptance. They don't embrace zero. They embrace positive. Eliminating negative to embrace positive more. That's what it is. When so much instruction, so much guidance, message is given to have detachment, to be detached and detached, to be renounced and materially renounced, meaning to be more spiritually attached, be divinely attached, to have more divine gain. That is our renunciation, our detachment.